And checking back in with Lauren Lister live in London for us from our NewsNation affiliate KTLA. And good morning to you again, Lauren. You know, we're watching this procession from above, from helicopter, and the crowds are thinned out here this far out from Windsor and this far out from Westminster Abbey. But where are they right now? Where's the royal family, the royal motorcade?
We're told that the royal family is following behind the hearse in a vehicle. Here, I can tell you the bells at Westminster Abbey, where the state funeral was held, they have been ringing during this journey, and we're told they'll ring until the Queen's hearse reaches Windsor. Now, we went back and forth from Windsor earlier this week. We were reporting from there. It was about an hour drive for us, and it's one of the royal residences where we'll see the next step in this final farewell to Queen Elizabeth by the UK after 10 days of mourning here that have seen long lines of people gathered at Westminster Hall to personally see her lying in state, that's seen people camped out on the procession route for days to get a good view of those final moments when she's transported by a gun carriage through central London and then loaded onto that hearse that we're seeing now as she makes the trip to Windsor. And along part of the route, we saw people throwing flowers out onto the street. You know, we've seen such a big outpouring of just communal grieving here in the UK over the time we've been here, and today is really the culmination of it all, with some very poignant moments on the streets here that we personally witnessed when that funeral procession was going on, both into and out of Westminster Abbey, where 2,000 people, including hundreds of dignitaries and President Joe Biden, all gathered for a very, poignant, moving tribute to Queen Elizabeth, with that state funeral, something reserved only for the most notable of people. Last one was in 1965 here for Winston Churchill. So it's been a very impactful day, and you can see by the crowds on the streets just how important it is to a lot of the people here.
What can we expect in the coming days? I know that the days of mourning are over. I know that this is a bank holiday for the nation. King Charles still will have to be officially confirmed. Obviously, that's going to take months from now. But we do know that he officially begins his royal duties. He did the day that his mother passed away.
Yeah, early on after her death, he was proclaimed the king, which is different than a coronation. So we haven't seen his coronation yet. That will happen sometime in the future to come. In the next coming days, we'll see. I mean, London brought to a standstill today. There is a bank holiday, you mentioned, which means basically a national holiday. Many people didn't have work. There wasn't school. And a lot of the businesses closed. You know, walking around the city, I noticed just leading up to today, a number of businesses, they didn't have to close, but they had signs in their window with pictures of the Queen saying that they would be shuttered today in honor of Her Majesty. So London also brought to a standstill in terms of the security. I mean, roads are closed everywhere. There are only specific places where people have been able to walk. 10,000 officers have poured into the city today to police this whole event from a security perspective. So now, dignitaries are leaving. We see President Biden taking off from the UK, headed back to the US, and things will presumably get back to normal here today. I can tell you what's happening today. I'll have to let you know what the feeling is here tomorrow.
And Lauren, I know that the New York Post just shared this within the hour that King Charles, I'm so used to calling him Prince Charles, King Charles III leaving a touching note on the casket for his mother. Do you know anything about that?
I don't, but that sounds incredible, and all of those moments are met with a lot of attention here and get headlines. We saw King Charles and Prince William make a surprise visit out here to people waiting in line, and there's all these sort of moments that catch you off guard or are a surprise, and that then get a lot of attention, as it sounds like this note is. But I'm sure it's something that people will cherish, getting a little bit of those private moments, because King Charles has been so booked up with very official duties and having to meet with leaders and hold vigil in front of his mother's coffin and for all the public to see. But there's a sense that he hasn't really had a lot of time for private grieving. There was one day that he spent at his private residence in reflection, according to his royal calendar. But other than that, we've seen him so publicly. So getting to see a little of those moments is touching. And I'll tell you, people do notice that. They talk about about how, in his speeches, talking about his mom, his mummy, his mama, they seize on that to show, that he's a son grieving his mom, not just the Queen.
Yes, and I did happen to look up that note, fighting back tears at the funeral. King Charles left a personal note that says, "In loving and devoted memory, Charles R. Standing for Rex or Regent, the Latin word for ruler or king." But yes, a personal note to his mother on top of that coffin. Lauren Lister reporting for us live from London. We appreciate you being there for us here at NewsNation. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.